Hi, I'm Mike Caton with Fitovation. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about why most personal trainers fail in gyms, and I'm going to give you 5 strategies on how to change that. This video is mostly for personal trainers and gym owners. Hi, I'm Mike Caton with Fitovation, and I have about 35 years related to personal training, from owning my own studio to managing personal training departments in health club, managing health clubs, even teaching at industry conferences related to the business of personal training. I've been around and done it all. So here's what happens in gyms all the time, and people like me who spend a lot of times managing health clubs have seen this play out over and over. A new trainer comes on staff, they're very excited, shiny and new, right off of either school or their personal trainer certification, and they are ready to conquer the world with all their new knowledge and their excitement about personal training. You try to give them some strategies and how they can build their clients, but they pretty much feel like they know what they're going to do, and they just feel very confident, and they go out and start talking to members, whatever it is that they want to do. And what happens towards the end of the day, they look a little bit shaken, and you ask them if everything's okay, and things didn't go quite like they thought, but they know they can come back the next day and do better. They come back the next day, it's a little bit more of the same. And then what you start to see is over time that trainers lost their confidence. They're not talking to members as much, and they're doing things like hanging out in the break room, hanging out behind the front desk, talking to other staff, or just hanging out with members they feel safe with, but they've totally lost their confidence. You start to see them less and less, and then pretty soon they come in one day to talk to you and you already know what it's going to be. They tell you either that they're quitting or that they need to scale back to part-time because they have another part-time job. These young people get excited about a career in personal training. They put a lot of time into studying for their certification or their degree, and only to find out that it doesn't go the way they want. And within a very short time, they're doing something totally unrelated to personal training, and it's just really sad. The reason it's not working comes down to one fundamental reason. Personal trainers don't understand sales. They'll tell you that they had some idea that sales was involved, but the truth is they didn't really know what to expect. Nobody likes to feel that personal rejection. It takes a special person to be able to get through that and build a clientele. And the systems that we traditionally have in gyms really don't work as well as they used to. Setting up free consultations, things like that. The thing is that members are very cautious now, and they know that this is really a method for trainers to build their business, and they decline them more often than not, and they're just in the habit of saying no to everything. So here are 5 strategies that I've seen work. Stick around for the 5th one because that's the one that's the most different and new. The first strategy is to teach your trainers how to sell. Maybe you or someone on your staff has the skills to be able to teach that. If not, you should look for a course related specifically to training or just sales in general that can help them. The second strategy is kind of strange. It's to offer a free raffle for personal training. Now stick with me on this because it's pretty strange, but I've seen it over and over. A personal trainer could stand at the desk all day, for days, and offer a free personal training session and get nothing but rejections. But somehow, if you put a roll of raffle tickets with a raffle box on there and a sign that says sign up for a free personal training session or 3 or 5 sessions, you'll have people just filling those out like crazy. I don't know what it is. There's something about the human psyche that sees that and they think that it's a good thing versus somebody asking them who they don't know and they just want to reject it. But the fact is you'll end up with a list of people who are interested in personal training. My suggestion is you call all of them back and say, congratulations, you won, let's set up your session. The third strategy is to set up some sort of a challenge that requires some interaction with the trainer. For example, you could promote around the club to have a 6-week weight loss challenge where people sign up for it, and the rules are they have to start with an initial session with a trainer who's going to do their weigh-in or measurements, whatever it is that you're doing. And then also do some strategy with them, maybe program prescription or something like that, and then set up weekly follow-ups that don't need to be very long, just to touch base, remeasure, things like that. And at the end of the contest, You see whoever did the best, and then you give them some sort of freebie. Maybe it's free personal training sessions, a free 1-month membership, something like that. But the way this works though is that these people are working with you. They start to see you as a personal trainer, and they see you as somebody that can help them, and they get used to it. And plus you have a ton of touch points with them in order to sell. So that's another reason why learning to sell is the first thing, because it makes all these other strategies work really well. The fourth strategy requires buy-in from the whole gym, because it means setting up another tier of membership. Let's say, for example, you had your basic membership, let's say it's $30 a month, and it gives the person access to the gym. You can set up another membership that's, say, $45 a month, and in addition to access to the gym, it gives that person some sort of access to group training with personal trainers. So they get paid more for that, plus they get constant touch points with the members, get to know them, and they can turn around and try to upsell them on some one-on-one sessions. I've seen this work very well. The fifth and last strategy I have is to offer a hybrid virtual training program. Here's what I mean by that. Most people really want to work with a trainer, but they can't afford it. Now, if you could present them with an offer that they can afford, then you're going to get a lot more people signing up. What if you could offer them something as low as $9, $19, $29 a month for virtual training? Don't you think you'd have a lot of people sign up for that? Now you're probably thinking, there's no way we can offer it that cheap. It would cost more for the trainers to write up the workouts for that than the price that we're going to get for that. It'll never work. Now it would work if you had access to an automated workout generator. Fitovation offers a platform where the workout programming is automated, so you don't have to do any of the work once it's set up. Plus it gives you tools in order to manage large numbers of people all at the same time. Now that could be offered at a very low level. Now if you stacked on packages on top of that, that included virtual training plus 1 session per month with a trainer or 1 session per week with a trainer, then you can see how you can have a lot of people working with trainers and also paying an additional amount every month. Plus it gives the trainers a lot more touch points with the members in order for them to upsell them into regular personal training. Now hopefully you got some ideas from this video. If you want to learn more, I'll be posting videos regularly. Plus you can go to fitovation.com where you can learn more and reach out to me.